This is World Marine Media News, and I'm Mark Jardine. Sail Exchange have been giving new life to sails and other parts for some time now. And today at the CYC in Australia, they've had a major launch for some major new products. So Carl, can you tell me a bit about the launch today?
Well, thank you, Mark. Yes, I can. I'm here in the model room of the CYC with all the Hobart winners behind us. I've been fortunate to win a few of those. But today is all about Sail Exchange and our new brand Sail X, which is our design, data-driven design. So we're pretty happy with that. We've had a launch with all our people here today. We've got about 15, 16 people on our team now. And it's been a big afternoon. So we're very fortunate. We've got some very, very smart people working with us, which we need, and a lot of experience. And we talked today about myself actually being in 2 years, being in this industry for 50 years. So I'm think I'm getting pretty qualified to talk about it. And a lot of guys aren't far behind me. So we're aging out pretty well. So that's the short part.
Now you talk there about design. This would imply this isn't just used sails you're now in. Does this mean new sails?
You're correct. Yeah, we've been in the used sail business now for 10 years. And again, like our conversation 4 years ago, akin to, let's say, an automotive industry, you'd have a used division, a new sales division. So we're doing the new sales now with our Sail X brand. We've got various OEM lofts around the world that we clear their sales for them. We have very good relationships, and we use their capacity to make new sales, which are our intellectual property. We own the designs, we provide all the information, and we get to see the sales before they leave the factory, and we make sure they're 100% correct. And we do all the QC, IT, CAD work, FEA modelling, CFD, everything we do ourselves. And we provide those files to central manufacturing lofts. So that's been working really well. We've been trialling it for 3 years. It doesn't happen today. I mean, today's the launch, and we're very fortunate that we've got a great team of people and some very smart people that are very good using computers that I'm not that good at. But we've got some very smart guys. So we're very lucky.
Going into new sails as well, I understand you're looking at the complete lifespan of sails and what happens at the end of life for sails.
Yeah, well, this has been a 10-year program. We've now partnered up with Macquarie University. We're doing hydrolysis and some methods that we're using with the uni. We've also got a company up in Byron Bay, which is up near the Queensland border. Got a company, a guy called ENV. A consultancy company came in and helped us, run by a guy called James Foster, lovely guy. He just bought a set of sails for his Mumby 48 catamaran carbon racing sails, and that's fantastic. He's a great guy. But what he's done is he's been able to bring us, into the 21st century with recycling, which we're not professionals at, right? So what he's done is we've now got this deal with Macquarie Uni where we're using hydrolysis and we can pulling apart laminate sails, carbon, and reconstituting the product. And then with the Dacron and the nylon, we're actually shredding it, and it's got a value per kilo. I won't go through all that right now, but that value per kilo is helping pay Macquarie University to do the work that we need to do with the hydrolysis. So it's a circular economy in a recycling, upcycling economy. So we've put a lot of work in this. It's been 10 years with my wife, Bettina, and I, and we've been like all businesses. We've tried really hard, and there's been a few ups and downs and a few failures, but we're on the right track now, and this is a really big thing for us because we're actually going to be, our goal as a company is to become a true recycling business, not just upcycling and not just repurposing, which we also do. So we're going to have all three, will be our business model. Yeah.
I think you'd find various people would think be surprised that there is value to sails at the end of life.
Yeah, well, the funny thing about it is, as you well know, we had this same chat 4 years ago. There's sails everywhere, and they're hard to get rid of for various reasons. And we, with our building now in Brookvale, we've got almost 3,000 sails. We've got too many sails. We've got to get another building, which we're trying to avoid that. So we're going to recycle the material. Now, what they're going to do with the Dacron and the nylon is they're going to pelletize it and reconstitute it. It actually can be reused. And the same with the laminate sails, the aramid fibers and the carbon will be extracted and reused, and the polymers and the glue will be reused. So every component of a sail will actually get recycled. and reused and not put into landfill, which is our goal, which is our mission statement of our business. It has been since the day we started it. And it's been a long, it's a decade now, it's 10 years of hard work, but we're there. So it's a big thing today for us because we've got the new SaleX brand, so we can do new sales. We've got people trading in used sales for new sales, which is a circular economy. It helps them, it helps us. They're getting good value. And we truly want to be a recycling company, and we've done that. So today's a big day for us.
When people think of Sale Exchange, they generally will think sales, but you are also involved with spares and parts.
Yeah, we've done a lot of that. So in the last 10 years, I can't the exact numbers, but I think we've sold about 60 or 70 masts that have come from one boat and gone to another. Some have been cut down, some have been added to. Booms, spinnaker poles, I don't know how many hundreds of those things are going around the place. But we're also recycling Dyneema. This is actually quite interesting. Rigging Exchange, we have Drew working with us. We actually take the sacrificial covers off and we get those recycled and we put new sheets or covers on the Dyneema. Now you got to remember the Dyneema is 90% of the price of the rope and the cover is what wears out. So people throw the rope out and there's actually nothing wrong with it. The Dyneema will last forever. It's like, it's strong and it's light and it's a great material, SK75, all these materials. So we're using that. So on my boat, on Sale Exchange, we repurposed every line. We never bought a new piece of rope. We just put a new sheath on it. Of course, there's a labour content, but you amortise that over the length. So the longer the length, the better the economies. So like a 45-metre piece of rope, we end up with a 45% saving. So that's pretty good numbers if you want to, save some money.
A decade ago, when you started Sale Exchange, did you think that the environmental factors would actually end up such a big part of the business?
No, Mark, I had this chat 4 years ago. Like when we started because we needed to come up with a new concept. We'd left another business and it all started because I was working with Quantum and we had all these sales that were racing sales. And we have bought a lot of racing sales and we have sold them. And we're clearing sales today. I can't mention the names, but there's about 9 lofts that are sending us. Today on the water, we've got containers of sales coming to our business, which are brand new, which were built for OEMs that have ceased making that production model. They're the wrong colour, they're the wrong size, whatever the reason. We have been recently, I would say in the last 3 years, 4 years since I spoke to you, we have probably done a couple of thousand of these sales that are new, that have come from to Sydney, get mapped out and go back in a plane and go back somewhere else or in Australia. So that's the lifeblood of our business. That is our business.
And so moving forwards, this with SaleX new sales, Sale Exchange for the used sales, and the recycling at the end of life, this holistic approach that you've now got brings everything together.
Yeah, well, that was the plan when we started, but it was pretty rough. It was pretty much written on the back of a bar coaster. But now, with modern tools, now you've got to remember that the tools we're using today weren't around 10 years ago. That the world is changing so quickly. And we're on version 4 of our website. We've been through a lot of time and money to get to this, but we are now planning version 5 next year, which will be, we already have Sale Finder, which we released today, which has got a patent on it, where you can go in and type in you've got 4 options. People in the Northern Hemisphere in the winter, they can't measure their boat. We say measure your boat, like we think they're in Sydney, but the point is we've got 4 options. They can just give us a simple, they can type in themselves right now on our site. You can type in an IJPE, you can measure your existing sail, you can use our measuring guide with videos and to help you measure the boat, or you can use the database, which has got 22,000 boats on it, which is being updated daily through API, through various sources. And people can go online now and buy a sail and they can have it in 21 business days. And they can buy a used sail or they can buy a new sail. The Sale Finder gives both options online in 60 seconds. So you can get a price.
Now, Carl, I know there's always 100 things going through your mind at once. And when you've had a launch day like this, you're going to have discussions going around. And are you already thinking about the next ideas?
Yeah, well, we've got version 5 for the first quarter of next year, calendar year. So we're going to go to the next level, which is the automation of this, and the fact that you will be able to purchase a sale of any size that you put the dimensions in. We can do that today, but there's a little bit more work to do, and that'll be version 5. And we envision that you'll be able to trade a sale in anywhere, you'll be able to buy a new sale, and we'll run this recycling program with partners globally and provide this end-of-life solution and the circular economy. So that is our goal. That's our mantra. That's our mission. And we're there. Like Sale Finder Day, our launch today with SaleX is a branding exercise for racing sales to make it different to used sales. I mean, that's pretty simple. But to actually use Sale Finder as a tool, we're developing that now into Boat Finder and Boat Exchange. We've got databases. We can put different parts on different boats, used parts, new parts. So there's a whole lot going on in that space with some very, very smart people. And that's our goal right now. So that's 2025. So hopefully I'm going to see you in the UK next year, Mark. I said this last time, we didn't quite get there with COVID, but we're definitely going to see you next year and have this conversation, because we'll be still banging away, but there's more to do as always. But the growth's amazing. What we're doing, we feel very satisfied. We're helping the planet. We're doing all the right things with ESG. So look, we're trying to be good corporate citizens, and that's our business. So we're enjoying it. And tonight we're going to enjoy it a lot more, because you're going to find this hard to believe, but this whole thing's a fugazi, because it's actually my birthday, and I'm going to be 64. No one knows this yet. I'm going to have a cake and the whole thing in about an hour and a half at the CYC. So yeah, it's a great day. And what else would you do on your birthday? So happy days.
Well, Carl, happy birthday. Fantastic to see the launch. Really good to see sailing properly doing the circular economy, and all of the best as things move forward.
Thank you. Thanks, Mark. As always, a pleasure to see you in the UK. I think things are brightening up over there. It's now June. You have a couple of months of good weather. So enjoy that, and we'll speak to you soon.